Hello there, it's just me, your old buddy Grizzly Jim, and today we're just going to take a quick little look at the difference between the Mandarin Duck Black Hunter Mark 1 and the Black Hunter Mark 2. So, if you recall, a little while back we did a little unboxing video on the Mandarin Duck Black Hunter Mark II. Now, I just wanted to do this little video as a bit of a follow-up. Now, again, it's not a full review. I promise you I've got a full review coming up, sort of walking around the woods, plinky plonky music, all that stuff, I promise. But there was a little bit of confusion with some folks about the difference between the Mark 1 and the Mark 2. So I just wanted to bring my Mark 1 from home and just compare it to the Mark 2, just so you can see the difference, so you know what you're getting when you sort of, you're jumping into one of these. The only difference really, from what I can see, is there is a profile on the limb here. There's a shape on the limb that you don't get on the Mark II. They've sort of contoured it to the riser a little bit. I think from an aesthetic point of view, it looks really nice. I actually really like this sort of shaped limb. I think it looks really nice, but I can see why on the Mark II they've swapped it over for a more of a generic flat limb design. I don't think it looks as good, if I'm completely honest, but from a manufacturing point of view, this does make sense. It makes life a lot easier. It's easier to swap limbs from bow to bow, whether or not they do like a universal sort of fitting for different Mandarin duck bows, I'm not sure yet, but you can certainly swap limbs over from left and right-handed bows. You only need to manufacture one set of limbs, where doing it this way, yeah, it looks nice, but you're going to need a different limb whether or not your bow is left or right-handed. So that is the only real difference, is this sort of the shape of the limb. So it does make sense from a manufacturing point of view. The riser itself is exactly the same. It's exactly the same shape, fits the hand in exactly the same way. The shelf and the window are exactly the same. It's only really that limb and how it attaches to the riser that's different. Like I say, it makes sense. But yeah, it's a shame because I do quite like that shape. But, you know, things move on. You've got to make things easy for yourself when you're kind of mass producing equipment. So I can understand why it's been done like that. The color is slightly different, you'll notice. The Mark II is definitely darker. Whether that is to do with just a particular piece of wood they've used. Wood's a natural product. It's obviously going to vary slightly from batch to batch, but certainly the Mandarin ducks I've had a look at on the shelf are a little bit darker. This is also a few years old, so maybe it's faded a little bit, I don't know. But to all intents and purposes, they're exactly the same bow. They still fit the hand exactly the same exactly the same way. And for the money, I think they are absolutely fantastic bows. But I promise I'm doing a review on these at some point, so I'll get out to the woods and we'll have a proper play with it. But I just wanted to make a quick little video and explain the difference between the Mark 1 and the Mark II, so I hope you found that useful. But you take care, shoot straight, and I will see you on the internet. Bye-bye.